Here is your boy. We back at it with another informational video. So we're gonna talk about this next gen information we just got from Mike Wang. Wang, you know what his name is. You know who we're talking about. So we're gonna talk about the Pro Stick, which everything that's in current gen is now in next gen, with the extra additional spin on it where you can control your arc with how fast you shoot or flick your right stick up and down. And basically, if you flick it slow, you got more of an arc. If you flick it fast, your jump shot comes out flat, kind of like in real life. And if you can time it to get the arc right and kind of correct, then you can get a better boost on your jump shot. Then they gave us bank shot control again. That was a 2K14, 13, 15, 16, 17 feature that they took out. But they added it to layups now, so you can choose whether you do a scoop layup or if you do like off the glass layup. So I feel like that's a good feature. I used to love using bank shots in 2K17, 2K, all the old 2K. So it's real dope to see that they added in bank shots, and now you can control how your layup hits the rim or the glass. That's dope. So speaking of bank shots and stuff like that, they also switched the color of the shot meter, and the shot meter no longer scales with your camera view. So your shot meter isn't super duper small like I play on a far back camera view. I play on 2K. And I like to see the full court because typically I'm running point and I don't like to miss people. So that's real good for me, even though typically I don't use the shot meter. I'm a strong advocate for no shot meter and know who to guard. So having that option to where the shot meter doesn't scale with your camera view is dope for the people who do, but for me that doesn't really help. You can also go into the controller settings now. You can kind of do it now, but they supposedly are adding in more visual animations. So that's dope for people who like to see, your green splashing on the screen or the lightning or whatever the case may be. But you can also turn off that physical or that visual animation on your screen, so you can have a clean screen, so it's just nothing to lag you up or drop frames. So that's dope to me. They got the touch around the rim. That's the next point that they had. So they disabled layup timing. I was having fun learning all the RNG layups with the layup timing, but apparently a lot of people wasn't. So I was reading my layups. I have small layup package, and I was reading my layups even with contact. So I have a pure shot creator with a slashing takeover. I was going crazy, They improved layups selection, so now the computer or the AI or whatever random robot they got to pick out how you do a layup, they supposedly improved it, so now the AI basically spots the open spot in the court and attacks that spot like under the basket, so you won't get those weird, I'm trying to do a layup and then you warp back into the defender, especially if you got your badges. So I think that was a dope addition. Hopefully that turns out to be really good, and hopefully it's not overpowered to where if you got a really good defender that it just doesn't abolish their fucking defensive badges. So hopefully we'll see with next gen coming out November 10th. We'll see how well that works. So with the Pro Stick now, of course they've been trying to improve the Pro Stick layup aiming. So now if you go, say 3 o'clock with it, your character goes 3 o'clock with the ball. So then apparently they improved upon that, given the new engine that they have and the new technology they have with next gen. So I think that's dope. They supposedly are adding new layups, new Europes, new Euros, new hop layups, spin gathers. They're supposedly adding in all kinds of stuff and more. So I'll wait to see if they give out more information on what exactly they're adding before I try to even expand on it. So now for my favorite thing, shot creating, because I am a pure shot creator at heart. They improved shot creating. Apparently they changed and revamped shot creating altogether. So all those leaners and faders, they revamped all of that and how it's done. Shot creating now also has two categories. They have controlled pull-ups, and then they have like high velocity pull-ups. So basically them leaners that you be doing when you hold LRT and you fly across the court with Stephen Curry, those leaners are high velocity. They also have controlled ones where you're not holding RT or R2 and you kind of just do a normal light pull-up. So hopefully that's not hopefully that won't be buggy or anything like that. Hopefully it'll work. Pull-ups are working now. I feel like the animations that you get for pull-ups, they can adjust, and as you can see, they nerfed how pull-ups are in 2K21. So let's hope that they can get it right on next gen. Hopefully. So I feel like this next category, the 3-point line recognition, of course we already knew that they needed 3-point line recognition because by gosh, I'm tired of sliding past the 3-point line every time I grab the ball on a catch and shoot. Catch and shoot has improved how much I slide, whether I slide back or forth. It kind of reduced that, but still 3-point line recognition, when I try to stop and shoot a 3 and my dude slides further beyond the 3-point line and make it a long midi. So I feel like if they can find a way to improve that, that's what they said they're doing, but there's not much on that category. Like literally, I don't know what else to say about that. 3-point line recognition is just that. So they improved pro stick dribbling and they gave out new ankle breaker animations. So I feel like I want to see those. I'm not going to get hyped for that, but new ankle breaker animations could mean anything. You could literally break somebody's ankles. They also gave out the ability to speed up or slow down your signature dribble and how that operates. So basically holding up on the right stick, you can kind of flick it fast or flick it slow up, and it'll determine how you do your signature dribble move. So I feel like that's dope, and if it's implemented correctly, and I feel like that would be a dope feature to have. But now, standing on the defensive side, they have to have some sort of counter for that. And I know this first article hasn't talked about defense, but I'm big on defense. So defense is a must. If you're gonna have something like this feature, there has to be a counter to that. They have a new step back sig, so you can do that by LT or L2, which I feel like they already had some sort of step back or hezzy feature. I guess hezzy was LT, but I feel like I don't know where they were going with that. And then of course park dribble moves are R3 or right stick, clicking the right stick, and really park moves in general you should be able to turn off or turn on. That's just me personally. I'm getting tired of doing park layups when I just want to do a regular small layup. And it's still happening, and yeah, they don't seem to be fazed by it. So that's one thing I think they can improve on, is when you do a park layup or how you do it, we should have more control over that. So apparently they upgraded the triple threat animation, so they have new triple threat animations, new hezzies, escapes, step backs, hard goals, etc. They apparently are saying that anything that you can see or do in the NBA can be done in 2K when it comes down to the triple threat mode. So I'm a big user of the triple threat mode. I like the jabs, I like the fakes and stuff like that, or bringing the ball up or over my head, or whatever the case may be. No homo. Whatever the case may be. So even though a lot of people like to reach in 2K, it's still an effective move to get your, your quick first step going or whatever the case may be. It also is determined by how quickly or slowly you flick your right stick, like everything else that's going on. And with an effective one, you should be able to blow by your enemy or your opponent one-on-one. So with the full range of triple threat, you getting to be able to choose where you jab step and the direction you go with it, etc. We go down to passing. Now they brought in one feature that they've been saying they had trouble with doing, and that's alley-oops off the backboard or bounce pass alley-oops. I mean, there's been other games to do it, and they had far less resources than 2K, so for them to finally implement it in next gen is gonna be dope. But I feel like that's a feature that they could have been had in the game if they were willing to spend more money and get the right people in there to do it. So bounce pass alley-oops, you're now able to figure out like do touch pass bounce passes, which I'm the king of bounce passes. I love bounce passes. They, especially with needle threader, so the fact that I can do a touch bounce pass, and that's gonna be dope. I feel like that's gonna be like crazy for me. Moving on to the length, so full court bounce passes they improved on how the ball spins when you do a bounce pass of length, and it's supposed to look more realistic, which realistic is fine but doesn't work in a video game. And if it doesn't work in the video game being too realistic, then I don't believe they should have it in a video game. But that's just me, so hopefully 2K does something right with this next gen, because it looked like they've been pouring all their resources into next gen and not current gen like we all thought. And I'm not hyped for it, but I am interested in getting to play it. I'm like, because my expectations are high, but I don't want my expectations to be so high that when I get the game, it's not what I thought. So I'ma just see what they put out, I'm gonna listen, and then I'll take it for what it is when I actually get the game. So hopefully these new features that they did add into the game are bomb and dope and beast, because I'm ready to use all of them, because I'm really gonna try to use all of them. I've been in the lab. I mean, I didn't really play 2K21 for current gen that much. I played a little bit, and I'm not impressed. I feel like it's still kind of similar to 2K20, but it is what it is. With that being said, that is the end of the video. Hopefully we get some more information tomorrow, and I'll be strolling out the information too. I know mine's is kind of late, but I still do have a job and I do have my son, so and I like to take my time to read everything and make sure I'm saying what I'm saying is correct before I just rush out and put a video. So with that being said, like, share, subscribe. It's your boy, it's Beans Ho, and peace out. You see me?
Hold on. It's Beans Ho. City bitch.